Hello students, my name is Yash Baheti. I am a passer from IIT JEE and I am a maths teacher here at askIITians. So today we are going to start this lecture series with the first chapter, which is sets, relations and functions. And the first topic that I am going to deal with is sets. So sets is a very important chapter, and a lot of questions in competitive exams as well as in aptitude tests comes from tests. So it is very important to understand sets. So let's start with the sets. So we all know what is basic sets and what are the basic definitions of the sets. So let's imagine that this is our universal set and we have here two sets A and B, and I have divided actually this whole area into four parts. That is, this is, let's say, area number 1, then this common part between both the two sets is area number 2, this set B, the set part of B is area number 3, and the rest of the part is area number 4. So remember that A and B are two separate sets, they have some things common, and then I have divided them into different areas. Let's say that if my U represents this whole universe, if my U is the whole universe, and let's say my set A are the set of Indians, the people who are living in India. Okay, so Indians. And set B is females. Okay, if set B is females, then what we can say is that set A contains all those who are living in India, and set B is all the females living in this world, but there are some females who are living in India as well. So that is what we meant by this common part. This common part is, that is all those things that are in the set 1 as well and that are in the set 2 as well. Suppose there is a girl who is living in India, so she is a part of set A as well, and at the same time she is a part of set B as well. So that means that there is something common in A and B. It can also be the case that there is nothing common. That can also be the case that there is nothing common between set A and set B. So that can also happen. Suppose that if there is a female who is living in Pakistan, let's say. So that female is in this set. She is not in this set because this set is a set of females. Okay. If I say that there is a boy who is living in Saudi Arabia. So if there is a boy living in Saudi Arabia, so he will lie somewhere here. He cannot be on the set B, because those are the set of females. At the same time, he cannot be in this set A as well, because set A is the set of Indians. So this boy who is living in Saudi Arabia, he is not a part of set A as well, and he is not a part of set B. So this is a basic understanding of set and Venn diagram. It is always helpful to draw a Venn diagram while solving the questions. Now, the first thing that we will start in the sets is the different operations on sets. Different operations on sets, and first operation on set is union. Operations on sets. Like we do addition and subtraction and multiplication or division of numbers, sets can also be manipulated in a manner like this, but not exactly. Set have their different operations that can be applied. So the first operation that we can apply on our set is union. Union is represented by this U. Now what is union? Unions, look, whatever we are going to discuss in the sets, we are going to talk about in this Venn diagram. It is very easy to understand via Venn diagram. So what is union? Union says that suppose you have two different sets like this A and B. So take whatever there is in A or B. That means if my element is lying in A, so either A or B. So you have to take all those things that are lying in either A or B, okay, or both. Now, what does this mean? This means that suppose if there is an element here, so that is included. Suppose if there is an element here, that is also included. If there is an element here, that is also included. All these three elements, they are lying either in A or in B, or they are lying in both A and B. So that is why all these three elements are included. So that is what my meaning of union is. That means the elements that are lying in either A or either B. understood that what is the union. Now there are some properties of union as well. For example, I can write it like this: A union B. This is equals to B union A. A union B is equals to B union A. So A union B equal to B union A. This is called as commutative law. Obviously, we all know that. Now, A union B union C is equals to A union B union C. This is associative law. First of all, we have associated B and C, and now we have associated A and B. So this law is called as associative law. Now, if I take A union phi, that means union of A and nothing, that is equal to A only. Because you need to take all whatever is there in A and in nothing. So nothing has nothing, so only A is there. So A union phi is A, and this is identity law. So these are the three major things about set. You can also say that okay, A union universal set is obviously universal set. We have to take all those things which are in A as and which are in U as well. So that is, this is A, but this is U. Universal set controls all those things. So that means whole universe came. So A union U is U. Now, this was all about union. In the same fashion, there is another operation, that is intersection. Now what does intersection says? Intersection says that take only those things which are common in both. Intersection. Intersection is represented by inverted U. Now take only common elements. That means what? Now you cannot take all those elements that are lying either in A or either in B. You cannot take this element. You cannot take this element. Only this green area is required. We can only take this green area. This is the desired area. Or you can say that area number 2. Area number 2 is the desired area here. Now, so if we are taking the union thing, that means we are only concerned about area number 2, because that is what common there. Now, in the same fashion, intersection also has some properties. For example, A intersection B is also equals to B intersection A, commutative law. Now, associative law. A intersection B intersection C is equal to A intersection B intersection C. This is associative law. Now, law of identity. A intersection U is A. Intersection of union with A. What is common in this U and A? Only A is common. If you take U and if you take A, so what is common in U and A? Only A is common. So that means A intersection U is A. Now, look here, there is one interesting thing that happens. If you take intersection of A with phi, then the result is phi. There is nothing common between A and nothing. So A intersection phi is phi. So these are the laws for intersection. Now, intersection follows one distributive law as well. For example, A union B intersection C is equal to A intersection B union A intersection C. That means what? The A union operation we have distributed to separately to B as well, and we have distributed separately to C as well. Okay, so here there is an intersection and here there are union. So actually B intersection C we have distributed to A union B and then A union C and then intersection of both the C's. So this is distributive law. Now we see about subtraction of sets. Subtraction of sets, that means that we are subtracting sets. Subtraction. It is represented by just the same minus sign. If I want to write A minus B, that means all those elements which are in A but not in B. Elements which are in A but not in B. That means what? That means this common area is excluded because those elements are in B as well. We need to take only those elements which are in A only. So that means these elements are in B as well. So what the definition says, elements which are in A but not in B. So actually if I want to write it like this, area A set is represented by 1 plus 2, but out of these elements, which elements are in B? Area 2 is in B. So that means 1. So only this area represents the A minus B. That is this area in blue. Only this area represents A minus B. Okay. Now we come to the last operation, that is complement. Complement of sets. Complement of sets is simply represented by a dash. For example, if I want to write A dash. Now what does this A dash mean? A dash means, or the complement means, all elements except those lying in A. Now that means we need to take all, A dash means we need to take all the other elements except the elements which are in A. So for example, let's say that what is lying in A? Area 1 and area 2 is in A. So except area 1 and area 2, we need to take all other area. That means looking at that figure, A dash will become area 3 plus 4. That is what we meant by A dash. Area 3 plus area 4. Now complement has some very good and interesting properties. For example, if I want to write A union B complement, then it will change to A dash intersection B dash. Dash goes to the individual sets, but union becomes intersection. And similarly, if I am talking about A intersection B dash, then it will become A dash union B dash. So if there is a union, the complement will change into intersection and vice versa. Now, these are very important laws. This law we call them as De Morgan's law. These are De Morgan's laws. Now there are various other properties as well. For example, A dash is U minus A. Now A union A dash, that means take A and take whatever is outside A, that will become U. A intersection A dash, what is common in A and all that is not in A, that is nothing. So this is all about what are the important operations on the sets. It is very important to understand these sets and these things. Now let's see how we can use these things. Let's see how we can use these things. For example, if I want to write a formula for A union B, if I want to write that what is the formula of A union B, then actually if we are talking about A union B, then which area are we desired? Which areas we desired? That we desired 1 plus 2 plus 3. These are the areas we desired. Okay. But 1 plus 2 is what? 1 plus 2 is actually set A. So I can write it as 1A. Now there is 3. Now let's say if I add 2 and I subtract 2. So what is this 3 plus 2? 3 plus 2 is nothing but set B minus this area 2. This area 2 is actually common. So I can write it like this. A intersection B. So A union B, we can write it as set A plus set B minus A intersection B. This is a very important formula. In the same fashion, by using these areas, you can also derive the formula for A union B union C. You can also derive the simple formula. A union B union C is actually set A plus set B plus set C minus A intersection B plus B intersection C plus C intersection A plus A intersection B intersection C. So this is again a formula for this area. You can derive it by using this area things. You can again name the different areas as differently and you can derive this formula. Now let's take a question so that we understand it in a better way. Suppose that in a locality, in your locality, there are 200 persons living in your locality. 200 persons living in your locality. 50 persons are, you can say that 50 persons are seniors. Seniors, that means senior age persons, senior citizens. Okay, and 150 people are below the age of 60 or they are not the senior citizens. Okay, now all these 150 people play at least one sport. All these 150 persons play at least one sport. Obviously senior citizens, because of their age, they do not play any sports. Okay, now let's say that there are 100 people who play badminton, and there are again 75 people who play, or let's say there are 80 persons who play table tennis. Now out of these 150 people, 100 people play badminton and 80 people play table tennis. Now if I add these things, 180, then it overshoots 150. That means some of the persons are playing badminton and table tennis as well. Now this thing may not be given in the question, but you need to think by yourself that okay, 150 are playing the sports, but 100 people are playing badminton and 80 are table tennis. That means some people are playing table tennis and badminton at the same time, or they can play both the sports. So that is why you need to include them in both the sets. This is a set of persons playing badminton. This is a set of persons playing table tennis. They are accounted for information which is contained in their set only. That means this set of persons playing table tennis is accounting the information that these persons play table tennis. That set doesn't know about the other set, that what the other set do. So that is why they are included in differently. Now let's see here. This is the set of people playing, let's say badminton. This is the set of people playing table tennis. Okay, and this area, these persons play table tennis, badminton. These people play table tennis. That means this area, the area number 4. These are the persons who do not play any sport. Okay, that means this 4 do not play any sport. So we need to find that how many persons play both the sport. How many people are playing both the sport? Okay, so let's see that we know one thing. If this is area number 2, if this is area number 2, if this is area number 1, this is 3, then we know one thing. That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 200. We know this thing because this is our own locality. Now we need to find out area number 2. That is, if this is set A and if this is set B, then we need to find out A intersection B. This is 1. Now let's try to find out. Now we know that this 4 area, the persons who do not play any sport, that equals to 50. So if I place 50 here in place of 4, that means 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 150. Okay. Now we know one formula, that is the union formula. A union B is equal to A plus B minus A intersection B. Now 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 150. 1 plus 2 plus 3, that means it is A union B only. So A union B is 150. This information we got from him. Now A set of persons playing badminton, those are 100. B set of people playing table tennis, that is 80 minus A intersection B. So this is 180 minus 150, that is A intersection B becomes 30. So there are 30 people who are playing tennis, table tennis and badminton both. So this was the answer that we desired. Look, it was only 3 to 4 line answer. It's just when you understand the concept completely and when you know how to draw this Venn diagram and how to name the areas. Identify correctly that which area you need to find out. So the questions on sets will be like this only. You just need to identify the correct area, number them, name them and just solve it. So this is all about the sets. Okay, this is the major things about set. Study well. Okay, and our next topic will be relations. So we'll meet in relations. Okay, bye bye. Thank you for watching.